have hit me from all sides. Kevin, we're going to stop by. Anybody else wants some water? We're good. We'll be here last.
Got it? Okay, there we go. We call the November 15th Planning Commission meeting to order. Can we have roll call, please? Commissioner Jernan?
Here.
Commissioner Smith? Here. Commissioner Salmier?
Here.
Commissioner Greenberg?
Here.
Chairman Jan.
All right, just an overview of the project characteristics. The applicant is proposing to demolish the existing structures on site, which consist of 6 single-family homes with various uses inside of them being used to house monks, as well as one of the homes being used currently as a Buddhist temple, and construct a 47 square feet temple building, 4,800 square feet monastery, and assembly hall. And as you see, the applicant has indicated to staff that the temple area and assembly hall will not be used simultaneously. In addition, the applicant is proposing to have two major weekend celebrations each year. Parking for the project will be provided both on-site and off-site. The applicant is proposing 22 on-site parking spaces, which consist of 20 open parking spaces as well as a 2-car garage. The available parking can be increased by 10 spaces with the use of tandem parking. And in addition, for the weekend events, the applicant has agreed to a lease term with the nearby Butler Elementary School for 45 spaces. A brief overview of entitlements. This does require site plan review for construction of an institutional use more than 5,000 square feet in area. A conditional use permit for the temple use in the R2N zone, in the residential zone, as well as standard variance for a building height of 28 feet instead of 25 feet, and for a fence height of 5 feet instead of not more than 4 feet. Okay, so here's the site location. It is near the corner of Orange Avenue, which is on your left-hand side of the screen there, and 20th Street, which runs east-west. And across the street here is Butler Elementary School, where they intend to do the off-site parking. Okay. Here you see the site plan. The temple on the west side of the project is a 1-story structure with a basement, which consists of a 1,300 square feet temple worship area, and the basement area is 2,400 square feet. On the east side of the building is the monastery, which is a 2-story structure, 1,800 square feet of assembly hall area, and the remaining 3,000 square feet dedicated to the monastery. And toward the left-hand side of the site plan is an existing public alley, which the applicant will use to access the parking. As a condition of approval, they are going to be required to pave and improve this alley throughout the entire length of that property. Here's the elevation plan for the temple. The design is a traditional Cambodian design. You'll note the tiered roof elements, steep pitch elements, and the ornamentation, decorative roof tails, and the details are typical of this type of building. The primary materials are a smooth stucco on the main building walls and a terracotta tile roof. Sorry, my keyboard got stuck momentarily. This is the elevation plan for the assembly hall and monastery. Again, this similar style with the traditional Cambodian style. Again, some tiered roof and some pitched elements with this similar details. Okay. onto the issues here, the first one would be parking. Under the zoning ordinance, the uses on site would require 67 parking spaces. The detailed parking calculation is on page 5 of your staff report, but the total of all uses, if they're all used at the same time, would be 67 spaces. And again, the applicant is providing 22 spaces on site, which can be increased to 32 spaces with the use of tandem parking. Prohibiting the simultaneous use of the assembly hall and temple area would reduce the parking requirement to 32 spaces. This requirement has been incorporated into the condition of approval as conditions number 36. So basically, if only the temple is used, the requirement's 32 spaces, and if only the hall is used, then the requirement is also 32 spaces. And then again, the off-site parking for the special events would accommodate the demand for the remaining space to be occupied. The City Council adopted some new requirements relating to parking for churches, which basically granted the authority to grant relief from the parking standards if we could come up with a reasonable parking plan. Staff does believe that the plan we have come up with is reasonable and will meet the parking demands for the site. The second issue is the issue of the standards variance for building height. The applicant has requested a variance for a height of 28 feet instead of the 25 feet required in the R2 end zone. Staff believes that the unique style of the building, which again uses the steep roofed elements and develops the building in a traditional Cambodian style, is appropriate for the site. The portion of the building that exceeds the height limit is a sort of pointed spire element. It's not floor area, it's not any building area, but it is an architectural feature that staff feels is important for the look of the site and the overall character of the development. So we feel that is a unique situation, and we can support the variance request for building height. And again, just to conclude, the recommendation would be to approve the conditional use permit for the establishment of the temple use, approve the site plan review request, approve the standards variance for building height, and deny the variance for fence height. That will conclude my presentation, and I'll answer any questions at this time. Thank you.